Hello, here we are again. Did go on another epic tour in Europe. This time we are looking to drive to the Arctic Circle. We're about to embark. We're going to drive down to Harwich and get a ferry to the Hook of Holland. From the Hook of Holland, we're going to drive through Holland, through Germany, stop at Hamburg for the night. Then we're going to go up into Denmark, drive the whole length of Denmark. Move on up to Hirschels, which is at the very, very top of Denmark. Catch a ferry to Stavanger, which is an overnight ferry. And then from Stavanger, we're going to head north and see how far we get. So I hope you enjoy the video, and we'll catch up with you a bit later on.
Yes, Evie's on the ferry now. 2300 sailing to Hook of Holland.
And then proceeded to drive through the Netherlands. We crossed the German border and headed into northern Germany. We took the Autobahn towards Osnabrück and Bremen before arriving at our first overnight halt, Naus Camping, Hamburg. The campsite was strangely accessed via an IKEA car park. The next morning we left Hamburg and headed north into Denmark. Arriving at Hirschels, we were checked in by the ferry staff and then quickly directed to our place on the car deck. The next morning, we are called to the car deck at 6:45, ready to disembark. Through passport control, we're here. Oops, no, excuse me, sir. Would you mind blowing into this, please? Norway's strict drink driving laws are rigorously enforced. I'm 0. Phew. How about this for a nice start to our Norwegian holiday? What a beautiful view! What a beautiful view! we packed up, leaving Stavanger, heading north towards Bergen and then on to Trondheim. We would be travelling along the west coast of Norway. The scenic road we'd be travelling on would have many tunnels to drive through of varying length, several bridges to transverse. As mentioned, there would of course be ferries. There'd also be some amazing waterfalls that we just had to stop and film. There would be a number of towns that we drove through. One was named Odda. As we drove through Odda, we saw many heavy plant machinery, not realising what lay ahead for us. The road was being built in front of us. It was very small, very tight, very scary. After what seemed like hours, we finally finished traversing the aptly named E13 road. The views from the campsite at Skinsarvik were just what the doctor ordered after driving that road from Odda. Leaving the campsite at Kinsarvik behind, we headed further north to stop and visit Rongfossen's waterfall.
Because it's got a great big blooming roundabout in the middle of it. Here it is. Straight out of that tunnel with a roundabout in to an amazing bridge.
Leaving Evie behind in the car park, we followed the signs to the waterfall. When we got there, we said, "Is that it? It's pretty, but it's not really that special." We kept walking and then... Leaving Vronfossen, we drove back down the winding tunnel and S-bend-infested road to complete our 147 miles and 2 3/4 hour journey to our next campsite at Bergen. We were only 2 miles away from the campsite and keeping well onto the right-hand side of the road when, disaster! A wandering Danish motorhome strayed over the white line and our two door mirrors crashed into each other. We lost our armour plate cover, but this then saved the door mirror casing. However, the indicator lens was cracked, the bottom mirror missing completely, and the main mirror was hanging from its wires. It resembled a glass mosaic. We stopped in a fuel station to check for other damage. Fortunately for us, there was no further signs of damage to Evie. Using duct tape to hold the top mirror in place, we completed our journey. At the campsite, we looked for a local Ford garage. There was one 3 miles away. They had mirrors and an indicator lens in stock and were able to see us the next morning.
Cause you